Hi, my name is Norman Meyer, and welcome to 22 Great Ideas to Make Money. There are endless opportunities out there to make money today. I want to give you some ideas and inspirations on how you can actually do that. And sometimes we only think in our own backyard to find the right kind of business, but usually our passions and desires they show us ideas, and the things that we spend our time in is usually where we find the best ideas for starting a new business. But also often we're oblivious to other ideas because we simply don't know about them or they don't occur to us. So I've put together a list of 22 business ideas that I personally could think of that I actually did or I saw somewhere else. And these ideas should give you some ideas and inspiration so that you can find and develop new ideas for a new business. And some of my ideas come from the financial world, and you don't necessarily need to be a financial professional to turn them into reality. But maybe they will give you ideas where you can use the same concept and copy them into your field of expertise. All right, so here's some ideas to give you some inspiration. Idea number one, start your own business locally. Did you know that the number one business that produced more self-made millionaires in America was dry cleaning? It is typically not a new invention or something crazy that leads to a profitable business. The best strategy to make money is to take something that already works today and improve it a little bit. People have basic needs like food, clothes, and so forth, and you can start with a simple and basic concept and then later use some leverage to make it bigger. Just think about that. For example, Starbucks only produces coffee and Subway makes sandwiches, but they have created a system later, and they went on and duplicated and multiplied their locations and so forth. So when you think about just a regular normal person in the air, what do they need or what are they fed up with? And most people, they're just lazy and they want convenience. So how could you create a service, for example, that fills that need? And people have basic needs like food or shelter, clothes, or love. And what basic need could you cater to? What simple product could you sell? Do you have, let's say, maybe a special sauce that you could put into a sandwich? Or do you have a product or a meal from Europe that is popular there but maybe not available here? You could hire young students and who go shopping for elderly people and then deliver food. But once you've proven that your concept works or that your product sells, you can do it in other cities around the country, and then you can multiply and copy the same basic concept for a very simple product that is maybe 10% better as the current standard. And it works in other cities around the country too. Then you can expand. So for example, you could also open a breakfast place, which is a basic thing like food. But maybe the one thing that you're known for is that it has the biggest pancakes, that it covers the plate entirely or goes over the edge or something like that. Just one basic thing that is a basic need that you could do locally. That's a simple thing that already exists. So make sure you offer something special, but the product itself can be basic, like a food item, for example, and you just tweak a little bit and make it special. Idea number two, start an online business. The internet has literally changed the way we buy things. And the internet has three main advantages. Number one, speed on how we communicate. It's so much faster. Number two, cost. Cost of producing things is very low. And number three is the worldwide distribution. If your market opportunities for the services that you offer are limited where you live, you can use the entire world to market your products. The speed and efficiency on how you can deliver a message to tens of thousands of people in a matter of seconds doesn't cost you very much, and it's very easy to produce an online business. So think about it. The new opportunities are literally endless. You can sell your own products online and use the internet and internet marketing to promote your products. And you can run a Google ad or a Facebook ad, create a list of newsletter subscribers and so forth. But you could also sell products from other companies, and you can make money using their products and getting a commission from them. This is actually called affiliate marketing. So there's tons of books and programs available that teach you how to do it. If you really look into it, there's many people who found a new way of earning a living. Idea three, raise capital for other businesses and earn a commission. Every new business needs money to grow their business. Finding capital is something that is very hard for startup companies. So if you can identify a great new business that someone has developed, and you can find investors or private equity companies that can fund these innovative companies, you can earn a commission on the transaction. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're able to find an investment group who will fund a company with $10 million and you get a 3% commission because you've brought them together. So you found a product that is new and exciting, and you found the financing partner, and with 3% of 10 million, you will make $300,000 in a single transaction. So your business model is to specialize in finding companies and financing partners. It's not as complicated as it might seem. Check out what companies are local to where you live and do some research. In my area, in north of San Diego, for example, there are many biotech companies. Some are well established and some are new. So try to identify the newer ones and find out what their capital needs are. And once you've found a good company, you can research a list of private equity companies that provide funding. It's in the end really a matter of doing some online research and finding the right companies, and it's not that hard. You could also go to a university and talk to a professor or to someone who's doing a PhD program, is trying to develop a new cure for cancer. So that kind of concept could be taken to a financing partner and they would fund that startup. There are opportunities everywhere. You just have to look. Idea number 4, sell existing products from big companies and offer an independent selection. Example, you could become an insurance broker who can offer products from 10 different insurance companies and make a comparison of all their products and their selection. But you could also do that in other industries like telecom or travel or solar energy even. So basically your business model is to provide an independent service to compare all competitors. And your main advantage is your independence. You do the work of comparing for your customers already in advance, and your customer doesn't have to pay you anything for that, especially not for that service, because you have a commission agreement that you get from the companies, from the product provider. Idea number 5, investment and trading. This example, covered calls. There's a great strategy called covered calls. And if you own shares of a company like McDonald's, for example, you can actually sell a call option in the market and you will receive an income. And this is a very safe and conservative investment strategy. Let me give you an example. Let's say you own 100 shares of McDonald's at $100 per share, or $10,000. So that's your investment, $10,000. And when you think about $10,000, you can invest it into a business or you can do it with covered calls. So if you sell one call option to control 100 shares, let's say that call option is $8, that means that you would immediately receive $800 into your account, which is your income to keep, by selling this call option into the market. And let's say your call option expires within 1 month. Okay, so that means you had $10,000, you own the shares, they're yours, you sell a call option for $800, and you receive that income, which is basically an 8% return immediately for 1 month, and you repeat the process the next month and so forth. Now, if you own shares of a company and you sell a call option into the market, you have almost no risk. If the buyer of the call option exercises his right, you have to sell them your $10,000 worth of McDonald's shares, so your 100 shares, but you get the $10,000 back. So the premium, the $800, is for yours to keep regardless. But if he doesn't use his right, you simply keep the shares in your account and you repeat the process. So this is a great strategy to generate a monthly income. And as I said, it's called covered calls, and you can read about it. And with the internet and its search capabilities, it's easy to identify the right stocks and options and create a constant stream of income for yourself, or maybe even for your clients. So once you have educated yourself on this particular strategy, you will see that it's not rocket science and that almost anybody can do it. Also, I have in my investment brochure more information and details about it, so you can read more about that. Idea 6, bring 2 parties together and earn a finder's fee. In general, businesses need capital, people, or products. So if you can provide a service for companies where you can fulfill one of those needs, you can make a lot of money. Let's say you specialize in the oil business and you are great at finding new potential oil wells or projects. You then pitch those new projects to bigger oil companies who have the ability to finance them and take them into production. So if we're simply bringing two parties together, you will get a finder's fee. Depending on the size and the scope, this can be potentially a huge fee. And you don't have to produce anything yourself. You have no risk. You simply help to find what someone needs. So you bring the project to the company, and the person who owns maybe the piece of land, he will also get some money. I once bought actually a uranium project in Canada for $1 million for one of my companies, and the person that sold it to me simply staked the land and got it registered into his name. But he recognized that in his area there was a huge interest of uranium companies, and they all bought up the land. So he was smart, and he staked that land, and then he approached us, and he probably only invested about $10,000 in staking fees. But once he sold it, he's got it made. There's people in the gold or oil or natural resource business who only specialize in finding projects, and then they pitch them to startup companies who want to go public, for example. And a great market for this is Vancouver, Canada, as an example. There are lots of companies who specialize in those industries. So if you have an expertise in a particular area, maybe this is what you should be looking into. Idea 7, offer professional services, find clients, but others execute the work. You could start a nail and beauty salon and hire women who need a job. All you need to do is rent a location and do marketing so that enough clients come into the salon. You don't necessarily have to understand every single details about nails, but your business is simply to find clients. And by simply putting up a location, hiring people who do the work, you can make money. Another idea could be to sell tailor-made suits to business people. You can make an appointment in an office with a manager, take their measurements and sell them a suit for $1,000, but they can select it from a catalog and they have material samples and so forth, and they get the perfect suit and they don't have to leave their office, and they look like $1 million. Then what you do is you send the order to a third world country where the suit is produced for a fraction of the cost, and 2 or 3 weeks later you deliver the suit to that business person. And I personally bought over $10,000 worth of clothes like that, and all my suits were tailor-made, had my initials on the shirts, and the quality of the suit was really great, and it differentiated me from the regular person wearing a suit. Idea 8, information-based products. We live in the information age today. You can offer seminars, books, educational material on almost any topic. You can teach people how to improve gardens, how to make money, how to invest into real estate, how to lose weight, or how to find the man or woman of your dreams. You can produce videos, audio CDs, or online services for very low cost. Or you can organize a local seminar and charge people an attendance fee. All you do really is sell information or knowledge. So think about it. What do you know exceptionally well? What could be of value for others? You can teach others what you know well, even if your knowledge is very specific and you think there's maybe only a limited market out there. But you will realize soon that you can still make money because you don't need the whole world. Typically, for anything, you need about 200 clients who pay, let's say, a few $1,000s. And then maybe you need 1,000 clients who just spend a little bit per transaction, let's say $50. But with the right marketing online, you will get customers from all over the world. And there's, 3 billion people online. And all you need is a few hundred clients. And you can make $100,000 a year realistically if you do your job well. So develop a system that sells. And if you have a specific knowledge, then package it into a system and sell it. Idea 9, hiring and recruiting service. Finding good employees is hard for most companies, and you can create a service where people are looking for a job and companies are looking for good employees. Since companies will pay a big finder's fee, this can be a big business. I knew a woman in Switzerland who made over $700,000 in 1 year alone doing just that. She was looking for mid-level